What's up YouTube, Pokeprimer here, primarily to deliver you our team builder for our matchup in the top 4 of the Duncan Knee Deep subscriber draft tournament. We made it to the semi-finals. Holy shit. Holy shit. This is insane. This is madness. I have no idea what's going on anymore. Absolutely insane. This is absolutely batshit crazy. I don't understand. How did we make it to the semis? What is going on? What is actually going on? I have no clue. I have no idea what's happening. But we're out here making the semifinals. So I'm pretty fucking hyped. So we made the semifinals, and we were taking on EmperorLelouch. Is the name that he goes by, EmperorLelouch, and his Manchester Mewnited, and his team. Oh, the teams get scared as we go higher. That's about the way to put it. Yeah, we have Tapu Fini, Mega Sceptile, Donphan, Frostlass, Kangaskhan, Heatran, Crobat, Raichu, Malamar. What is with people drafting Heatran and Malamar? What is it? Like, what is this? What is this insanity? Why does everybody have motherfucking Heatran and fucking Malamar? Why? What is the universe of the what is the thing here? Like, what is going on? What is the? I'm still trying to figure out why this is a thing. Why this is such a trend. I'm very confused. Very confused. But very scary team. Mega Sceptile is stupid fast. It's going to be a huge pain in the ass to deal with. Tapu Fini's stupid fat and a really solid wall against our team. Really hard for us to break through that mon. Donphan, annoying, bulky spinner, can be a pain in the ass for us for sure. Frostlass, honestly, not particularly worried about Frostlass. I have my ways of beating Frostlass. I'm not super worried. Kangaskhan could be kind of annoying with fake out and stuff like that, especially if it's scrappy, so it can like fake out and break the disguise on my Mimikyu. That could be annoying. Heatran, we saw we can deal with Heatran last time. I'm not super worried about the Heatran. We're also built very differently this time on our team, so we can definitely handle Heatran a lot better. It's like Heatran will be less of a threat this time because last time, like, we basically just had to pick what we wanted to die. Or what we needed to sack off to get things in that can handle the Heatran better. Because essentially if it locked itself into Eruption, it was going to blow back a majority of my team. If it locked itself into Earth Power, I could catch the things that we wanted to switch in on it. But this time, I'm super prepared to handle this Heatran very effectively. I'm looking forward to fucking this thing up. It's going to be dope. We're going to beat it. We're going to beat this Heatran. Then we have Crobat. Crobat for defog potential as well as the Tapu Fini. So he's got really good hazard removal, by the way. And it has hazard removal solid. Very solid. Crobat's annoying because it's a lot faster than the majority of my team, and Brave Bird does a decent chunk to a lot of things. Also, if he brings the Nasty Bat variant, he actually is very threatening to us. Like, Nasty Bat can really fuck up my team. So, that's a thing. Raichu, just a fast electric type. Nothing really too crazy about Raichu. It's definitely beatable. I'm not super worried about Raichu. In this matchup, we have our ways of handling that thing, so I'm not super duper worried. And then he has the Malamar. Again, we've talked about Malamar plenty of times already. Contrary, pain in the ass. Obviously, we're not bringing sticky webs because we don't want to give him a free speed boost. But that's his team, so let's get into what we are bringing. The first one we're bringing, as you can see on the screen, is Man, Bear, Pig, the Emboar. We're running enough speed on this baby to outspeed a min speed Tapu Fini, because I feel like he has to be like fully bulk invested in this game. If he's not fully bulk invested, then he's definitely missing out on. He's definitely going to miss out on some shit. We were running Assault Vest plus an Adamant Nature. This is our way of being able to still be able to potentially 2-KO the Tapu Fini. If he is a Wakanberry, then kudos to him for bringing that. But we have this specifically to 2-hit KO Tapu Fini. At least that's the plan. That's definitely a solid plan, I think, in my eyes. So we can 2-hit KO the Fini with Wild Charge, which is nice. We have the Flare Blitz, which again it's another week of what is your switch into a Flare Blitz, and he has two, and that is Tapu Fini and that is Heatran. Besides that, because realistically, like Donphan, depending on the set that he brings, doesn't switch into Flare Blitz nicely. It really doesn't. It still takes like 40+%. And Flare Blitz still does have the chance to burn as well. So it really doesn't appreciate switching into Flare Blitz at all. So realistically, I think that it won't be a switch in. Also, actually, almost brought Scald on this Emboar. I was like super tempted to bring Scald on Emboar to catch Donphan on switch-ins and potentially pick up the burn that way. But once I saw how much Flare Blitz did, I was like, there's no point in running like a Naughty Nature or something like that to give him the ability to run Scald safely. Like, there's no point in doing that. It just seems excessive. But realistically, his team doesn't exactly have switch-ins to Flare Blitz. If he switches into Fini on the Flare Blitz, we can obviously scout and see what kind of set it is. And the fact that we're Assault Vest allows us to pretty much stay in on the Heatran, even if it comes in on the Flare Blitz. And we have both Superpower and Earthquake. The reason I brought Earthquake on top of Superpower is mainly because I only want to click Superpower if I have to. Like if I'm 1v1 against Heatran, I don't want to have to click Superpower because of the simple fact that mainly because of the fact that I don't want my stats lowered for no reason. Like, I'll click Superpower against the Kangaskhan because that will more than likely OHKO it. I will click Superpower against... what am I clicking Superpower against? Not much. Nothing really takes the Flare Blitz. Like, between Flare Blitz and Wild Charge, nothing's really taken that. Regardless, I have Superpower for stab purposes. It's a safe thing to click on potential switch-ins, especially if Fini is gone. If Fini is not gone, then we will more than likely click Wild Charge. If I feel like a switch-in could come in. But realistically, this thing's going to click Flare Blitz more times than not. That's why we have the speed investment, so we click the Wild Charge on that Fini after we've hit it with a Flare Blitz, potentially. Superpower and Earthquake are just there for contingencies to beat the Heatran. That's basically all that's there for, which is pretty nice. So, yeah, we got that going. Next we have Love Me, the Mimikyu, and we are bringing a bit of a... We're bringing a set this week. We're bringing a set. So... I don't think this set will work. However, I do really want this set to work. We're bringing a Weakness Policy Mimikyu. And, if we can get the Weakness Policy to pop, we can pretty much just win the game. Why are we doing the speed creep? We need the bulk. Why are we doing the speed creep? So we have our speed creeping the potential max speed Tapu Fini, but I just don't see that happening. So I'm going to go back down to 279, which is the speed creep for our boy Heatran over here. And we're just going to throw that rest back into our HP stat so we can take them hits. And so you see our team here. If you see our matchup here, we have the Shadow Sneak, the Play Rough, Swords Dance, and Drain Punch. Basically, this thing hits the field. I'm gonna try to put this thing on the field against something that I know has super effective coverage for it, so that maybe we'll go for that super effective move. While I have my disguise up, which would be dope, and we can get our disguise busted with our weakness policy. And what that will do for us is, by popping our weakness policy, we'll get that nice +2 in attack. And if we can get the SD up, we'll have +4 into attack, which means our Shadow Sneaks will be basically nuking majority of things. And anything we outspeed, we're killing with Play Rough. Or in the case of the Heatran, we're killing with Drain Punch. So realistically, this thing has the potential to just sweep his team if we get our weakness policy busted, which I'm really hoping we can do. So I think this actually, wait, let me actually, hold on. Let me double check that this actually works. Use policy mimic you. Ha-ha! Never mind. Never mind. That was a great idea, but it does not work. I should have researched that before I looked stupid. Alrighty. Alrighty. So we just out here looking real stupid dumb. Alright. So, drawing board. Back to it. I'm just going to give it a Life Orb. And the reason I'm just giving it Life Orb is because I still want it to hit as hard as possible. And it's like almost taking it up to like +3. Like it's like a 1.3? Yeah. So 1.3 on top of the +2, it's almost basically taking it up to +3. So like, it's close enough. Close enough. It should be fine. Especially because we still have the disguise, so even if we have our Life Orb, we will be able to eat hits. We'll be able to eat the hit with, and still be able to do out massive, like we'll still take the damage, but we'll be able to also deal out massive damage without losing our disguise, which is also dope. So we can actually hit things hard before an SD as well, so that's also really cool. So that's the plan there with Mimikyu. Alright, dope. Next up we have Nick Cannon, our Mega Blastoise. We're just gonna call him Nick because he's got cannons. Haha. You know the joke at this point. We're bringing a very different set from last. Well, not so much a very different set, but kind of different set. Bringing in Max, a fully specially defensive Mega Blastoise, Rapid Spin, Dark Pulse, Aura Sphere, and Mirror Coat. Now the Mirror Coat's a one-time thing in this game, and it can be used against a few different mons. And I'm going to double check something now as well, just to make sure. Hmm. Hmm. So, to my knowledge, this would work. And I'm hoping that I'm right. But, so we have the Mirror Coat for 3 mons in particular. Mega Sceptile, Tapu Fini, and Raichu. Now, why for each one in particular? Due to the fact of us being specially defensive, we can take a Volt Switch or Thunderbolt from the Raichu, which is more than likely what it will go for. We can take one Leaf Storm from Mega Sceptile. If it just goes for something like Giga Drain, then we can take that as well. And there's also the potential for Nature's Madness out of the Tapu Fini. Because Tapu Fini really can't do a lot damage-wise to Blastoise, but Blastoise can't do a lot damage-wise to Tapu Fini. So Nature's Madness might be the play for the Fini because it can then knock us down a very considerable amount without any form of reliable recovery on Blastoise. That way it can go for the Nature's Madness, cut our HP by half, and that would be really, really huge for... that could be some really huge damage for it to get on us. However, that's also huge damage it's giving me back on it. Because, like, Nature's Madness is still technically a special move, so if I use Mirror Coat on it, it will bounce back. It will bounce the damage back, so that's really cool. Dark Pulse and Aura Sphere, again, are all I need in this match. There's no reason to bring Scald. Because the only mon that realistically I would hit with it that I want to get a burn on, or could get a burn on, is Donphan, and Donphan I can 2-hit KO with like Dark Pulse or Aura Sphere anyway. Dark Pulse and Aura Sphere hit pretty much everything except for the Tapu Fini, but there's really nothing I could bring on this thing that can hit the Tapu Fini effectively anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. And then I just play the Mirror. Obviously I have the Rapid Spin as well, just to keep rocks and things like that on the far side of the field, so that's cool. Next up we have Vastia. This is those 2 segments of looking things up to make this take a little longer. We have Scarf Kyurem this time. Max special attack, enough speed to outpace a max speed. Okay, no. Okay, so I have this Scarf, right? This Scarf allows me to outspeed a max speed Mega Sceptile. That's why I have this speed stat. I originally was just going to speed creep the Heatran, but I checked that speed, and it did not outspeed Mega Sceptile, so I did make sure to adjust for that appropriately. But we do outspeed Mega Sceptile with our Scarf, and obviously any other potential Scarfers, unless he's like a Scarf Fini, or like some of his really ridiculous like fast mons like Scarf Frostlass, or Scarf Raichu, or Scarf Crobat. But like he's not bringing Scarf Crobat, so if he's bringing Scarf Crobat, he's crazy. We have Ice Beam, Earth Power, Signal Beam, and Roost. Ice Beam is going to nuke that Mega Sceptile, is going to nuke the Donphan, is going to nuke the Crobat, which is real nice, and to do massive damage to just about everything else. We have Earth Power as our way of hitting that Heatran, and also being able to knock out that Raichu, which is very nice. We have Signal Beam for the Malamar, could also be kind of cool if something switches in and gets the confusion. That'd be hilarious. Then we have Roost. Realistically, this is if A, rocks get put up on the field, or B, it's A, if rocks get put on the field, and B, okay, it's for if rocks get on the field, or if I start getting whittled down. That's the words I'm looking for. And basically, the plan with this is I get in on something that I know I can force out, and I go for the Roost. Even if he switches into something that would potentially force me out, he'd obviously switch into something that could potentially counter me and force me out. So I can get the Roost off, get my HP back, and then switch out. That could be used earlier in the game, or that could be used if I haven't already revealed that I'm Scarf yet. That could be used to kind of bluff that I am not Choice Scarfed, so that later in the game he can feel comfortable coming in on me with something that he might think is faster, and I can kill it because I'm Choice Scarfed. So that's cool. Next up, we have Dr. Giro, our Registeel. Been kind of chilling on the bench for a little bit this season. Really shocked that Registeel hasn't come a lot more, but I think this set will do very nicely for us. We have Dr. Giro with Stealth Rock, Iron Head, Earthquake, and Counter. Max HP, 196 into Defense, and 60 into Spadef with a Careful Nature. Now, we have the 16 Spadef with Careful Nature because that plus the Akaberry and our HP investment, obviously, allows us to not be 2-hit KO'd by Eruption and allow us to take basically we take under half from Eruption from a Scarfed Heatran if he is going to bring that set, if he brings that set like Harvey did. Just as a precaution, because it's something I didn't think about last time, and now I've prepared for it. We can then get the Earthquake off and put him down really, really low to the point where potentially Shadow Sneak from Mimikyu can pick it off, which is also real dope. So we have that going for us. We have Iron Head, because it's stab, and I want to be able to hit things with Iron Heads. And with our defensive investment, we can take a considerable amount of physical hits from things. And we have Counter for the potential of... We can take one superpower from Malamar and counter it. No, actually, yeah, we can counter it. We can take a Earthquake from Donphan if it's more defensively invested, which I think he will be. But we have Iron Head for stab. We have Counter to kind of catch those things that might want to go for some sneaky physical attacks on us. That'd be pretty cool. If only this thing got Mirror Coat. Does this thing have Mirror Coat? It doesn't, does it? I'm 90% sure it doesn't. It doesn't get Mirror Coat. If only it got Mirror Coat. That'd be really dope. That'd be our way of OHKOing a couple different things on his team. But unfortunately, we can't do that. But, yeah, this is our Registeel set. Really hoping it works out well for us. Last but not least, we have in to cut the Rotom Mow. Rotom is here outspeeding that max speed Heatran, max special attack, and 72 in HP. Also Assault Vested. We have double Assault Vest this week, and I think that that's going to really help us in this match. Obviously, he has that Mega Sceptile switch-ins to our Rotom. Rotom's dual stabs, switch-ins, being the Mega Sceptile, because it is 4 times resistant to the grass, and it has that lightning rod ability, which is really annoying. He also has the Heatran, which can switch into my stabs, and sort of the Raichu, but not really. But with us being Assault Vested, we can take a hit from Mega Sceptile, and we can hit it back with a Signal Beam. We have this Signal Beam that we brought this week, because it's super effective on the Mega Sceptile, as well as the Malamar. We have the HP Ground, because with our Assault Vest, we can actually take a hit, at least one hit, from the Heatran, especially if it's gotten chipped down a little bit. That's kind of why we also brought the Stealth Rocks on Registeel. So we can chip away at the Heatran, so if it does have Eruption, it doesn't do as much damage, and we can also hit it back pretty hard with this HP Ground. It'll also hit that Raichu, which is pretty dope. But then Thunderbolt and Leaf Storm pretty much do the rest of the work against his team, which is really, really nice. So yeah, that is our Rotom set. I think that should do really well. But that's going to be it for now. Off into the battle we go. Let's see if we can pick up this W and move on to the finals. I'm really excited. Let's do this. Alright guys, we are here for our semi-final match against EmperorLelouch and the Manchester Mewnited. Let's hop into the game and we'll see what he brought to take us on with. His team that he brought. He brought the Mega Sceptile. He brought the Finny, no surprise there. He brought that Dawn Fan and the Frostlass. Again, no real surprises. Frostlass, maybe, kind of, but he did bring the Crobat and he brought the Heatran. Alright, so no Raichu, no Malamar. Again, just no one's bringing Malamar to these games. Alrighty, so part of me wants to what do I want to go ahead and lead with? Let me actually move Discord to the other thing, because I know gotta link this battle real quick. Live battles. Link that in there. Alrighty, so that's all taken care of. Let's take a peek. Let's take a gander here. What are we gonna? Alright, so realistically right now I'm really thinking about leading with my Blastoise. What leads would cause Blastoise to have issues? Okay, maybe not Blastoise entirely. Alright, I want to lead. What kind of leads does Emboar lose to? I want to lead Rotom, and we'll see what happens. He leads with the Frostlass. That's literally the last thing I would have wanted to see as a lead, but that's fine. Frostlass. Just a standard Frostlass set versus our Rotom. That's nowhere near the lead I would have wanted. Ice Beam's still a 2-ko, even with our Assault Vest? Yikes. Yikes. Well, Leaf Storm has a chance to KO. Can we afford this damage on Rotom? That's my question. Can we afford Rotom damage? Not really. Not this early in the game, no. Manbear Pig, Emboar. Take from this thing at all? Nothing. I have to go into Manbear Pig, turn 1. Yeah, Manbear Pig is probably the, Alrighty. So we take 14% from that, so that's about standard, no damage, increasing items or anything. So realistically, my play is to... Alright, so I have to go for the Flare Blitz because it will thaw me out and it will knock him down to a Sash. Yup. Alright, so I'm not taking any risks with this Mon. I think he's going for Destiny Bond. I think he's going to go Destiny Bond. So my best play is to go out to Blastoise. I think he's going Destiny Bond because he's Sash. I think he's Destiny Bonding. 100% I think he's debonding. I'm not going to get myself caught by that. I need Manbear Pig. And at least getting Blastoise in will allow me to apply pressure to this thing. And I can go straight for a spin. Well, I can kill this thing, then I'm free to spin against him for the rest of the game, which is nice. That freeze was almost annoying, except for the fact, yeah, we're gonna go into Nick here. Gonna go for a Shadow Ball. So you just went straight for the Shadow Ball and get damage off. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and just Mega and Dark Pulse. I'm just gonna Mega up and Dark Pulse. I don't really lose anything by doing that. Actually, wait, no. He's revealed 3 moves. I'm gonna Mega an Aura Sphere first. The reason I'm Mega-ing an Aura Sphere first is if he hasn't revealed the Destiny Bond yet, this could be where he goes for it. Actually, I won't even reveal the Aura Sphere yet. I'm going to just go Rapid Spin. Because if he reveals the D-Bond here, then he has less of a chance of being able to get it off next turn. I believe they made it like Protect so that it'll be a 50% chance. So this is just playing it safe around this thing. If he goes for another Shadow Ball, then that's fine. I don't want to take any chance of losing my spinner this early in the game. Because I do not want those spikes chilling on the field longer than they have to be. Let's say that much. Excuse me. Alright, so he's just going straight for the, Alright, he's just going for the Shadow Balls now. Okay, so this is going to... Okay, so he's just going to drop here. That's fine. I thought I had to play around that D-Bond as much as I could. I couldn't risk that, but the downside to that is now my Blastoise is really low, and that's a problem. Alright, so he didn't debond me at all, which is pretty cool.
Kind of wish I'd gone straight for the Dark Pulse last turn, but I didn't want to take the chance of losing my spinner this early. But now I'm in a really bad spot with my Blastoise where it's really low, and that's not Gucci, so... let me put Blastoise up in the calcs, not misspell it like a doof. Yeah, so those Ice Beams were those Shadow Balls were doing... Yeah, it was just a regular, like, standard Sash, fully, especially offensive set. Nothing too crazy. I mean, if he doesn't go into... He goes into Heatran. Heatran can't kill me. Unless he's, like, Specs. He might not even be able to kill me if he's Specs. Or Power Herb Solar Beam, maybe. What crystal does he have again? I have to double check that, because that's important information to have in front of my face. He is ICMZ. Alright. I'm gonna go for my Rapid Spin right now. That's perfect. I got rid of the rocks from my, or the spikes from my side of the field. That's actually really perfect. Can Tapu Fini kill me? Max special attack. Probably not. I'm gonna go for a Mirror Coat. Oh, never mind. That's unfortunate. Sub. Is this gonna be Sub Calm Mind? This is bad. This is bad if this is Sub Calm Mind. How do I rectify this? Let's say he's fully physically defensive. Well, okay. Well, he's definitely got defense investment. Because Rapid Spin did 3%. So he has to have defense investment, maybe even just max without investment. So how much does Rotom do? Rotom could be my savior right now. I'm gonna go into Rotom. I think Rotom is my savior against this thing. Because I can force him to... He doesn't have any damage boosting items. He's just got the... I think he's like max HP, max defense without any like without being bold. I don't think he's bold. Because if he's bold, like, there's no way a Rapid Spin could do that much damage to him if he was bold. Because the max damage for Rapid Spin from Blastoise, I know it's crazy that like that calc comes into play for figuring this out, but the max damage is 2.9%. And it doesn't typically round up that much. It would say it did 2.9. So, because like all the other damage it gives is like 19.4 from the Shadow Ball, 17.7, stuff like that, in like the chat and stuff, but it says directly 3%. So, that's important. He's probably having connection issues, I think. Perhaps, maybe, I don't know. But, just gonna play it out. Gonna play it out like we always do. See what happens. But we are bringing in Rotom here. Rotom is our 100% necessary switching here. I don't want to go into... Embor... Is it Tuco? At least if I go into Rotom, even after I Calm Mind, I can... he's gonna Calm Mind. I can break his sub with a Thunderbolt. +1 Spadaf. Yeah, I can still break it with a Thunderbolt. I can still break his sub with a Thunderbolt. And even if he goes to +2, I can still break his subs with Thunderbolts. So... and he needs to be +2 to Tuco me. So... Rotom can actually take this thing on pretty effectively. And I think what I like about what I like most about facing off against a Finny is it doesn't have really reliable recovery. That's the thing. Like its recovery is really not great. All right, so let's just even if he's Calm Nature, but lay out that even if he's Calm Nature, Thunderbolt can still break his sub at +2. Wow. Okay. Never mind. Fuck me. He's at. Wait, I'm so confused. That did way more damage than it should have. Alright, well I need to... It's only at +1 Spadaf? I need to go straight for a Leaf Storm. Crit Leaf Storm would be great, but... Wow! Of course he gets the special attack drop. That would be the #1 greatest thing in the world right now. I'm doing 34 to 41. What if he has Surf against M4? It actually like knocks me out from this range. It's crazy. Alright, so we're still doing 30%, so he's gonna go for another sub. That's fine. I'm gonna go for another Thunderbolt here. Keep him down low. Keep him out of a substitute. That's what I need to do. If he KOs me here, that's fine. Yep. He's going to pick up the kill there. Because he's actually still in range of Man, Bear, Pig. Oh, God. This is so risky. I'm essentially banking on the fact of him not being faster than me, because I sped crept him. Go. Come on. Ember, I need you to outspeed. I need you to kill. Outspeed, kill. Outspeed, kill. Outspeed, kill. Outspeed, kill. Kill and outspeed? Either would be fine. Both, preferably. Outspeed and kill. Outspeed and kill would be great. So if that Finny doesn't outspeed me right now... Because we outsped it with Rotom. Rotom was invested to outspeed Heatran, which is a lot of speed. So he would have to be slower than a max speed Heatran. He definitely has special attack investment, so I feel like he doesn't have any speed. He has to have special attack investment of some kind. That's fine. He goes Donphan. But that shows to me that he more than likely has he more than likely fears me killing him. Alright. I mean, I have to go into Kyurem here. He's going to go for the Earthquake, and he gets the roll to get me below half. I'm gonna Roost. Alright, if I lose this, what's my way of beating Mega Sceptile and Crobat? Part of me almost wants to go for the Earth Powered on the incoming potential Tapu Fini switch in, but that seems super risky for no reason. Or the Heatran switch in. I mean, he's definitely sturdy, so he's no reason not to go for another Earthquake. He's gonna want to preserve that sturdy though, for sure. How much does Blastoise take? He's definitely adamant. He's more than likely assault vested. Donphan. Too much. Actually, looking at the matchup at this point in time, what do I gain from still having Blastoise? I need to preserve Kyurem. I have to go Blastoise and sack it. Oh, this Donphan fucks me up, dude. He has two amazing Ice Beam switch-ins as well. That's the big thing. He has two great Ice Beam switch-ins. One of which Blastoise can counter and handle. Alright, you can tell this is going to be a long game, just because of the connection issues with his phone. I think he's playing on his phone. I'm like 90% sure that's what's happening. Yeah, I'm like 90% sure he said he was playing on his phone. Oh, man. What a game, what a game. This is super stressful. If I can... That Finny's the biggest problem right now. Like, realistically, that Finny is everything that's a problem for me right now. How much does Emboar do to this thing? 54 to 65. Jesus, that damage. So if Kyurem smacks this thing up with an Ice Beam, even if it's Assault Vest, which I do believe it is. 77 to 91. I could also potentially get a freeze. I actually am rethinking my play. No, this is a bad play. I'm essentially banking on Mimikyu being able to take on the rest of his team, essentially. +2. Against Tapu Fini. Eventually come up with that he is 2/2. Would be able to kill it +2. Sceptile, Mega Sceptile. Shadow Sneak's a 2-co. As long as we still have our disguise, we should be fine. Crobat. Shadow Sneak's a 2-co. Does Infiltrator go through disguise? It does not bypass disguise. It will not go through disguise. That's good to know. Oh my god. Okay, so he just came back. I have to make the decision now as to what I deem as most useful a play, most beneficial of a play at this point in time. Kyurem is just too important. I'm going for the Ice Beam. He's going to go into that thing. Okay. Alright. To prevent a substitute, I have to go for another one. It did 20% there. I have to go for another one. I have to go for another Ice Beam because he potentially can sub here. Let me double check though, damage wise, what that looks like. Kyurem to Tapu Fini. Ice Beam did 20%. I think that's like a higher roll, but like even min roll right now would keep him out of sub range. That's what I need to do. I need to keep this thing from setting up a substitute. 100%. I cannot afford that right now. I cannot. If he kills me here, he kills me here. I have to accept that, because even though Kyurem is extremely important in this game, Mimikyu can do it. It's just going to be a little bit more difficult, for sure. But I need to keep this thing out of sub range, and Ice Beam does that right now. He was probably predicting me to switch as well, which would have been really bad for me, because I would not have been able to keep him out of sub range. But I needed to go for that Ice Beam. That actually worked out really, really well for me. He essentially has to kill me. I think seeing that damage, he essentially has to go straight for the kill with the Moonblast, which is understandably fine. I understand you have to do what you gotta do. He goes for the Calm Mind straight away. Alright, regardless, I have to still go for the Ice Beam. I have to still go for the Ice Beam. He needs to Calm Mind to make himself a threat to me. He needs to do that. I understand entirely. That doesn't matter. I have to go. That doesn't change my play. I have to keep Ice Beaming. We got a lower roll on that one, so that means he has a tiny amount of Spadef investment, but not a lot. Because that's fine. We kept him out of sub-range. That's what matters. He's no longer able to pick up a substitute. And that means that Mimikyu can just come in here and go for a Play Rough. Do I Swords Dance now? Can't sub. He could break my disguise, which would really suck. I just have to go for the Play Rough. I can't risk it. Yep. I have to pick up the KO. That's totally fine. Alright, what could he go into right now? That's a problem for me. Reset Finny is gone. Finny is gone. Blastoise is essentially fodder for something at some point. Registeel can do something, maybe. This is so stressful. He's going to go out into this. Okay, so... I need to preserve this. I'm going to go into Registeel. He's going to U-turn out. That's fine. We're in with Registeel. Dr. Giro. So U-turned out with Crobat. He was going to try to U-turn out, break my sub, and see what happens. Depending on what he goes out into, depends on what my... move is going to be. We chew hits from Heatran. We chew hits from Heatran, dude. We forever be chewing hits from Heatran. If he goes into that, we eat hits. Crobat. Let's actually look at the Crobat's damage on. Might not think that that's important, but it can be. Okay, so that's some severely damage boosting stuff. That is more than likely Banded Bat. That is Banded Bat. Choice Banded Crobat. Alright, so we're in here with this monster. Part of me wants to use one of these turns to set up rocks. Part of me just wants to go straight for the Earthquake on Heatran. And that part of me is winning. So I'm gonna go. Okay, depending on this damage, I feel like I deem the rocks to be a little more important right now, and I know I can take any one hit from this thing. However, no, if he's Eruption, I'm going for the Earthquake. Yep, he's Eruption. Eat, chew, Earthquake, gone. Now that Eruption is no longer a problem, and Eruption. Okay, so he did, what, 45%? Yeah, that's just straight offensive Heatran. 100% one hundo, just offensive Tran. More than likely Scarfed. Did that much to us. So let's take away our Akka. That would not have killed us anyway, and let's knock him down to 24%. 24%. He's only doing 20% to us now with that move. So I'm going to set up my rocks. That turn worked out perfectly. I'm actually really glad that he was Eruption, so that now he's locked into a move that is forever weakened. That's also fine. Earthquake could kill me from this range, but that's also fine. I'm going to go for the Iron Head. It would be a speed tie. It could be a speed tie here. So I would love to get the Iron Head flinch, if possible. Which kind of break his sub, or break his dirty as well. That would be crucial and beautiful. We do. Wow, okay. That worked out way better than I would have expected. Okay. This thing's like a forever good switch in actually to the Banded Bat, so that's something important to note. He's going to Earthquake and just kill me right there. That's fine. Because this allows me to go hard into Blastoise. And this can very well prevent him from doing much. We can just go straight for a Dark Pulse here. And we lose nothing on that. Because, yeah, we lose our Registeel, and that's fine. However, the rocks could very well be here to stay. Let me see what kind of damage we're looking at with the Dark Pulse here. Dark Pulse should do 44 to 51 if he's not AV. If he is AV, which I do believe he is, because he's not getting any leftovers recovery or anything like that. If he is AV, it'll be doing significantly less, but I think we have a good chance of just knocking him out in the broad scheme of there. Realistically, he can just switch hard out into his Heatran and sack it at this point, because there's really no reason for him to save it. There's no reason for him to preserve Heatran right now. Heatran is literally just death fodder. And I don't think he can afford to switch in something like Sceptile or Crobat, realistically. This match is really down to the wire. That flinch on the Iron Head was huge. Winning both those speed ties was also huge. To get this thing down real low. Okay, +2 MQ is still... +2 MQ is still 100% like one of my biggest ways of winning this match. If I can get a +2 up in front of something, I can very well win this game. Just a matter of what I can potentially get an SD up in front of. That's my thing. He definitely has the advantage right now, though. That Banded Bat can pretty much clean up the rest of my team if I'm not careful. Oh, Banded Bat does OHKO me. Or has a good chance of OHKOing. Realistically, I probably should have sacked Emboar after the first flinch. That probably would have been my play. Yeah, he's just going to sack Heatran. That was smart. Because now he can just go into Banded Bat and fuck shit up. Which is a very smart play on his part. Alright, so essentially... So let me look at Emboar from where it's at versus a Banded Bat. So he's taken Emperor's at 61.9%. 61.9. 61. Let's just put him at 62. How much Brave Bird? How much is Brave Bird's recoil? On third. So I'm at 238 health. So a third of that would be so 238 times 1/3. Oh yeah, I forgot about the rocks actually. That's great. I think there might be a way I can win this. How much does Mimikyu do to Crobat? 25 to 30. I need him to take more recoil damage, so I'm going to go ahead and Dark Pulse with Nick. I know Nick will die here to a Brave Bird, but that is fine. What you going down to? Damn it, that is not enough. It's not enough recoil damage for what I need, so I'm going to go Skies, Breaks, that's fine, Swords Dance, and we are out here. We have to Shadow Sneak this turn. 100%. If we don't Shadow Sneak, we lose 100% as well. This is just lowering the differential at this point. Alright, so he's going to drop there. Sceptile. Mega. Unless he has Leaf Storm, he can't KO me. So I can KO Donphan from this range if he comes in with that first. Okay, so... Alright, if he's Leaf Storm, Mega Sceptile, then that's GG. If he's not Leaf Storm, Mega Sceptile, then... I have to go straight for the Play Rough. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I need to go straight for the Play Rough. Actually, my best play is to go for Drain Punch. Nope, he's Leaf Storm. Yep, he picks up the KO. GG. I needed him not to be Leaf Storm, and that was... damn it. What a close game. Literally came down to him hitting that Leaf Storm there at the end, and that was it. GG though to EmperorLelouch. Really good luck in the finals, my dude. I really hope you win the whole thing. Best of luck. If I haven't said the prize before on my channel, I will now. The winner of this thing will get 3 Roulette Free-for-All codes and a copy of Pokemon Switch when it comes out. So I was really hoping to get that. Not going to be able to scoop that up. We will have one more battle for this league. They're doing a 3rd, 4th place match to determine who will, just the overall standings for the tournament. So we'll be taking on Browzu and Team Attract next in that. But that's going to be it for now, though, guys. I hope you all have enjoyed the DKD Draft Tournament. Oh man, what a league! Wow, that was crazy. I'm gonna get out of here though. I'm kind of bummed, not gonna lie. So I'm just gonna end this one off. Till next time, guys. I'm Pokeprimer, signing off. Peace.